Excuse the way that I sound. I currently have a cold, or the flu, or something. I always get hit worse than the average person because of my health issues, so going through it for sure. But something that I want to talk about is I have made so much progress in recovery over the past few months, and I couldn't figure out why. What was different this time that wasn't like this last time, right? And funnily enough, the answer is I'm not on social media anymore. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Pinterest. I'm not on anything apart from YouTube. And when I got away from the noise of the internet, I was able to sit with myself and figure out what I actually wanted from my life, what I actually like, what I actually enjoy. And that didn't come from personality tests. That didn't come from scrolling Pinterest to see what, I could figure out was my style. It was just from living my goddamn life. As someone who has literally been online since I was 10 years old, this seems revolutionary. To everyone else, it probably seems silly, but honestly, I don't care. If this helps one person, then it's worth it to upload. Get off the internet. Get off the internet for a day, a week, a month. Just stop looking at things that you are comparing yourself to. Stop engaging with trends online. Just step back and actually live your own life. Since I've stepped back from the internet, I've genuinely become more like myself than I ever have. And I don't really, off the top of my head, have any examples. But I mean, I guess one is decoration. I've realized that I really don't actually like a cluttered space, and I really want to actually clean and have a nicer space. Whereas I would avoid that when I was on the internet, just looking at everyone's places and being like, oh, I could do that, I could do this. And it felt productive, right? It felt productive to look at all this stuff and plan all this stuff. But I was just avoiding my real life. And I'm 22, I'm gonna be 23, and I just don't want to be on the internet anymore. I want to live my own goddamn life. Social media is anything that you can comment on, or other people can comment on, or that you can compare your life to positively or negatively. That is social media, to me, anyway. But either way, what I have learned is that being online is not representative of the real world. Now, that sounds crazy, of course it's not, but people's opinions online are usually far right or far left. There's no middle ground. You will not find a middle ground on the internet. Trust me, I've looked. There is no nuance. There is no things without bias. The internet is an echo chamber, whichever one you fall into, far left, far right, whatever, and it's exhausting. Having constant people's opinions, I don't think the human brain was made for this. If you post a video, for example, and it goes viral, you have so many people in your comment sections, thousands, sometimes millions of people, telling you what you should think about something or what they think about something. How many people do you see on a daily basis? Is it thousands, millions, and do they all tell you what they think of you and your life? No, of course they don't. That's not how it's supposed to work. But because of the internet, that's what happens now. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I got offline, and I was like, holy shit. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can do things. I feel like I can actually engage with my own life without worrying about what other people are thinking about it. So, for example, I redecorated the house a little bit because I was like, I really want to do this, which I've been wanting to do for years. But I was just so online all the time, I felt like I didn't have the time. I did have the time. I was just spending the time on social media. And I have figured out what I actually want to do with my life. I figured out the sort of personality that I don't really like personality, but I figured out the sort of vibe that I'm going for. And it's not for anyone else because I'm not posting about it. I'm not talking about it. And I'm not going to talk about it in this video either. I just know that there's a certain vibe that I want to come across as that's healthy for me. And that's what I'm doing. Being offline has disconnected me from the constant stream of opinions and criticisms and also compliments. I think getting too many compliments and too many insults are both as bad as each other. An inflated ego something that I definitely used to struggle with and still struggle with to this day, because I've been online since I was 10 years old. And I'll openly admit it, I was so incredibly self-absorbed. And I'm still trying to recover from that, because it's encouraged on social media to be self-absorbed. It's encouraged to be the main character. It's encouraged to put yourself above everyone, but not in like a self-care way, and just like I'm better than you, I can film wherever I want, I can take whatever photos I want, and if you criticize me, you're a hater. Like, that bullshit, that was me! I'm moving my hand because I'm holding it in the wrong way. Anyway, yeah, yikes. And this isn't to shame anyone, by the way. Social media is built to be addictive. That's literally how it works. There's so many videos out there. I don't have the brain power right now to explain what I mean properly, but just know that it's not your fault. Social media is addictive, and you can genuinely be as addicted to it as substances, as other different things. I got withdrawals, and sometimes I still do. The amount of people who are constantly on their phones, constantly on social media, and they don't think about it. And I think what I wish is that people were able to think about it before they did it. I think in our society, but anyway, in our society, it's really rare for people to actually think about what they're doing, think about what the consequences are, just think, critically think. I wasn't critically thinking. I have learned more about the world, about politics, about economics, about just everything from being offline. Because I can read books. I can, watch movies, documentaries. Yes, I could do that stuff online, but the problem is, my main source, this is embarrassing, my main source was Reddit. Yes, Reddit. For my news and how to learn things. Great. Ah, man. And it still sometimes can be. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not offline 24/7. In fact, in the past few days, I've been online more than I usually am because I'm sick and I'm at less capacity to be able to critically think, hey, is this actually helping you? Or is this making you feel worse, reading all of these negative comments, sorting by newest first to read negative comments to fuel your bias? I know what you're doing. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk about it because it's been on my mind and I feel the inspiration to do it. And that's kind of what I want with this YouTube channel, is just like, whenever I feel inspiration to do something, I just want to do it, because I don't get inspiration very often. But yeah, I guess the main conclusion is, genuinely step away from the internet, step away from social media, get into your real life. And when I say social media, I mean something that you can compare yourself on, or that you or others can comment on. That's social media to me. So, anyways, I need to stop talking because my throat is going to give out from having a cold. And I'm literally just going to post this. Just going to post it. Like, maybe put a background track on it or something. But I just wanted to talk about it. And I did. So, if you enjoyed this video, there'll be more like it at some point. Please watch the video that I've put here because it explains what this YouTube channel is going to be about. Yeah. Step offline, engage with your real life. It's so much more important than being on the internet.